Hello, hello, and welcome back as we prepare to toss a little more grist into the mill of Perfidious Pete plays XCOM The Long War. And just how many more troopers' bones do we have to grind before we finally have enough flour to whip up a delicious loaf of intergalactic triumph? Well, that's a fine question, to which I don't necessarily have an answer. We have made some steady gains lately, and we're getting very close to eliminating two of the biggest thorns in our side, one being Exalt headquarters, which we're very nearly ready to assault, and the other being the aliens' Argentinian base, which, much like the syphilis sore dotting Tara Reid's lip, has been a burning red reminder of our shame for a good long while now. But in addition to our steady gains, we have had a few setbacks lately also, like the large UFO that we were forced to watch two-step off into the sunset untouched last episode, fading like some sort of cowboy Fred Astaire. But it's happenstances like that that remind us that the Long War is more of a marathon than a sprint. And if we have, any hopes of success, it's time that we strap on the Nikes and start putting one foot in front of the other. Because either we knuckle down and get it done, or we just give up entirely and spend what little time remains as a free species in a drunken debauchery of endless clubbing while we wait for the world to die. Now, that's commonly referred to as the Kesha method, by the way. But damn it, if Lindsay Lohan hasn't resorted to that yet, then I'm not ready to give up yet either. So let's get to work. Now, we do have a couple maintenance items on our list here. Last episode, we traded for a new soldier. Either a floater captive or a muton. At this point, I don't honestly remember. But we do need to get this trooper ranked up and ready. So we've got Isok Mbeki here. Let's take a look. Kind of a wide face. Bit of a prominent nose. A little bit of a wide carriage on Mbeki. Got some girth to her, stolidness about her. Just something that speaks of stability and endurance. Kind of a gravitas, if you will. You know what? I think we're looking at Oprah Winfrey here. So let's just go ahead and name her after chairman of Harpo Productions, Oprah Winfrey. Now, for a nickname, of course, I really feel that Oprah, there is no better nickname for Oprah than Hambone. And that's not a crack at her weight, even though she does have a proclivity for inhaling baked hams like Tic Tacs, but actually, we're just that's more. It's not a dig. It's more of a homage, if you will, to Oprah's proclivity to entertain her audiences. I mean, if nothing else, Oprah knows how to play to an audience. Fans love her. She's the most popular woman in the world for a reason, and mostly because she gives people free cars. But that's beside the point. Oprah really knows how to turn her talents to entertain an audience. You don't ever walk out of the Oprah Winfrey Show without a smile on your face and a set of new keys in your pocket. But still, that's why it's Hambone. Oprah hams it up. She knows how to play to the crowd. That's got Oprah ready then. Now, we do still need to assign Oprah a job, of course. As if chairman and CEO of Harpo Industries was not job enough. We're going to give her more tasks. But looking at Oprah's stats, she is not going to be very gifted as a sniper. And let's face it, when it comes to shitty snipers, we've got that niche totally covered. We've got Penelope Cruz and Jeff Goldblum in the barracks. And when it comes to being miserable snipers, Oprah would be hard-pressed to be... I mean, that's one Emmy Award that Oprah is never going to win. She's never going to be a worse sniper than Jeff Goldblum. So I think we're going to make Oprah a scout. So, lightning reflexes, and yeah, make fun all you will, Oprah's lightning reflexes as she lumbers across the battlefield. Haha, very funny. Yeah, fat jokes are fun. Anyway, then we're going to go with holo targeting. I think we have given one of our scouts the Overwatch ability. I have no idea why, other than that I'm an idiot. But really, holo targeting is the only thing worthwhile in this second tier. Or at least, the way I employ my scouts, it's the only thing worthwhile. And then for our final ability, we're going to actually go with the battle scanner as opposed to flush shot. Not because I think flush shot is bad. I actually quite like flush shot. Both of these abilities give +1 mobility. But we have more flush shot snipers, or flush shot scouts rather than battle scanners. I think our only two with battle scanners are Dominic Purcell, who we rarely take on missions because, well, he's constantly getting shot in his big bald head and he spends most of his time in hospital. And I think the only other trooper we have with battle scanners is Madonna, who again we rarely take on missions, mostly because I'm concerned about the liability issue should she fall down while deployed and break a hip. So this will give us a chance to sort of even things out. We're going to go ahead and give Oprah the battle scanner ability. And that's got her sorted then.
New promotions available.
Yes, Magil, I'm aware, and thank you for reminding me for like the 17th time. And just in an effort to shut Magil Barrett up, we are going to do some promotions here just to get these out of the way. We are looking for Jean-Claude Van Damme, who I think we're going to have fill in. Yeah. Alright, so Jean-Claude is prepared to accept this promotion, and he's basically just going to step into the shoes of George Clooney. So ignobly lost thanks to Joss Whedon. Joss. That's right, I didn't forget. We're going to give old Jean-Claude here a little bit of Stay Frosty. And there's a nice salute there for World Piss. Way to be, Jean-Claude. And then we have one more open captain billet, and this I'm just going to give to whoever the hell I can give it to. Assuming I can give it to anyone, which it doesn't look like I can. Hey, open captain seat. Who wants a captain? Hey, who's a captain? Oh, you, sir. How? Oh, well, Hugh Real Steel Jackman wants to be a captain. So I guess he's going to have to drag his tired ass out of the infirmary in order to accept his promotion. We're going to give him Semper Vigilance. With your healing factor, by the way, Hugh, why is it still 15 days until you're better? Seems like you should be better faster, sir. Anyway, nice little salute there from Hugh, and that's got our promotions taken care of. So with those two items wrapped up, nothing to do now but get to scanning. So let's get to work here. Advanced plasma weapons complete. That's fantastic. What did we get out of that? Plasma rifle, good. Plasma Nova gun, real good. Alright. So I would love to build one of those, but I don't actually think we have a rifle at the moment that we can use as a component. So we're just going to go into our next level of research and start getting vehicular plasma weapons. That way, if we ever do start collecting...
Your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work
yes,
in the lab.
And as we discussed previously about your human resources violations and your sexual harassment liabilities, Dr. Valen, whatever it is you've got those new recruits doing, I don't want to fucking know about it. Let's agree to just keep that quiet. But as I was saying before Dr. Valen interrupted me about the plasma weapons, we're going to do the vehicular research, so in case we maybe do capture a live muton, we can start building a plasma rifle or a plasma weapon for our interceptor. But with all those items done, then it's back to scanning for us, so let's see what we come up with here. Now, stop offering me 2 engineers. I'm going to throw this out there to the world. Any offer that includes 2 engineers on your half, it's just a blanket denial, so get used to it. I'm just going to say no flat out. Aha! Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith, now psychically powered. We always knew he had it in him. I mean, I've seen After Earth. His abilities were lying buried deep, but still well within Jaden's grasp. He just had to master his fear to fully manifest them. And I know that somewhere, First Ranger and greatest warrior ever, Cypher Rage, is somewhere smiling down upon his son. Wherever he may be in the universe. He's happy that Jaden has succeeded. So fantastic, Jaden ready to roll then, and it's back to scanning then. Looks like we're going to get the results on Shia LaBeouf here as well. Now, let's see how McBeef did.
New promotions available in the armory.
A double success. Well, this is their second attempt, so it seems like maybe second time's the charm, apparently, for Shia LaBeouf. My guess is that actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf managed to devour the brain of someone who actually was psychically powered and absorb those abilities for his own. But regardless of how he did it, I'm just glad it's done. Well done, Shia. Thank you, sir. Let's back to mission control then. And back to scanning. Advanced servo motors is complete. That's excellent. So we actually are going to build one of those. Now, this lets us build, I think the trooper one is called a walking servo. Walker servos, okay. So we're going to build this. It's an item that your assault troopers can equip that gives them an extra 3 tiles of movement. It's fantastically useful. We're going to put that in, get that started. And, oh, went back to build by. Sorry, Dr. Shin, I didn't mean to abandon you quite so early. But there's a mech unit version of this as well, but I don't know what it's called. No. Not a laser pumper. Laser pumper sounds like a weird sex toy. Oh, yeah, pump it, lasers. Oh, man. Elerium turbos? Elerium turbos. Okay, now, the drawback to the Elerium turbos, again, it's just an extra 3 movement speed for your mechs. Takes 10 meld, but really, I feel that it's worth it. So we're going to go ahead and get that built as well. Get that started. And then it's back to mission control. Let's start scanning again. Maybe we can get advanced repair finished before we get a mission. That would be lovely. Not a chance. I'm gonna need pretty much all the Berserker corpses I need, and I don't need any more goddamn new recruits for the nonce. We gotta get some experience on all the ones we have now. And so our excavation is complete, which I think we just dug our final hole, right? Pretty sure we... Yeah, so we've got fully excavated facility then. Nothing to note. We can't build anything in that until our power facility comes online, which we've got a few days of. Alright, so we got some troopers coming back on duty and a small UFO over Japan. Eggs? Go get him. You the man, Eggs. Let's see what you got, buddy. Come on. Get him done. Shoot him down. Let's go.
Eyes on the bandit.
Get to work. You got him.
Closing on target.
Do your thing. Alright then, so we've got a kill for Eggs. That's fantastic. And he'll be headed back to barracks then. And I don't... Oh, sorry. It's back to scanning then for us. A couple more troopers coming back on duty. Alright, so we've got most of our troopers back. Advanced repair project complete. That's fantastic. So we've got most of our troopers back. It could be time to try the assault on XCOM's or on the Exalt headquarters. So we're gonna do some new research here. Again, we can't build either of those things yet. So let's do. What should we research next? You know what? Let's try the sectoid commander autopsy. It's only 3 days, and that has the potential to get us maybe a new psychic ability.
This is an extremely dangerous species,
Possible,
Commander.
not necessarily guaranteed.
Although not physically intimidating. The psionic power that this creature wields is perhaps the greatest threat we've encountered so far.
You think so, Dr. V? Because we've encountered ethereals, so I tend to disagree with your theory, because while sectoid commanders are somewhat annoying, ethereals are goddamn terrifying. I think maybe you should perhaps step up your research and watch some footage of our recent missions. Dr. V, you're bad at your job. Alright, so I tell you what, we've got almost all of our troopers back. If we can get our walking servos and our Illyrium turbos finished, we'll assault Exalt base. We'll turn this will be, if we don't get a mission before then, we will raid them. And so there's our walking servos. 1 scientist and 2 engineers, no way. And so there's our Illyrium generator. So that's going to solve our power problem. We're going to actually begin building then.
Illyrium generator complete.
Alright, we're going to actually bop out of here very quickly. There is one item we'll need to do then. We're going to head down to our facility building, and we are going to start putting together our hyperwave relay. So let's just begin construction on that. And that's wiped us out from a cash standpoint, and is also going to take 28 days to complete. That's unfortunate, but necessary. Alright, and then it's Illyrium turbos. Alright, so that's finished, and we're just going to check the roster very quickly.
New promotions available in the armory.
And if all of our top guns are available, we're going to go for an Exalt raid. Looks like everybody's on staff. Alright, so this is going to be an Exalt run here. So let's get to the situation room then. We're going for the covert operation. We know where the headquarters is. It is here in Brazil.
Exalt base location
That's it,
identified.
Commander.
Aha!
Based on the compiled intelligence reports.
Yes, and we
confirm
only
the
had to fight
location of
Exalt a
Exalt's
ridiculous
primary base.
16
We
times
can launch an assault against
before
the
we figured it
facility
out.
on your order.
I have to assume, Bradford, that it's mostly because you're completely shit-faced 24/7. That's why it took you so long to figure it out. That being said, I'm still looking forward to getting this done. I want Exalt removed from the map. I want these bastards gone. Alright, so we're going to take the best of the best of the best here. It's like we're recruiting for Men in Black. No slouches, no second fiddles, no also-rans. So I think we're going to take Rihanna. We need an officer, and our option here would be either to take Rihanna or take maybe like a... You know what? She has double tap, right? She does, okay. So we're going to take Rihanna, because it's either Rihanna or like Jean-Claude Van Damme or someone, and I would rather have Rihanna than I would Jean-Claude, so... Let's get to Rihanna's loadout. Actually, first off, let's make items available. And I think Rihanna's loadout is actually good. Gauss long rifle scope. It's just her armor. And for armor, actually, we're going to go with the Banshee armor. So the Exalt base does have some rooftops and things that Rihanna might be able to take advantage of. What else have we got? Lindsay all day Lohan. Absolutely no question that Lindsay is going on this mission, folks. So let's take a look at Lindsay's loadout. We're going to give her some Aegis armor. Lindsay's going to be toting, of course, the Slim Shady Memorial Slug Slinger. A scope and a laser sight will complete Lindsay's kit. It's got Lohan sorted. Gunners. Paris Hilton, absolutely going to go on this mission. And we're going with our mobility build for Paris here. So she's going to be wearing Aegis armor. We're going to go with a plasma pulse auto blaster, rather. And then a scope and a laser sight will be completing Paris's kit. That's got Paris sorted. And for our other gunner, it's going to be Joss Whedon. This is Whedon's last chance here, actually, Joss. This is your curtain call. On this one, you're going to really have to pull your weight to make up for the whole George Clooney debacle. And then maybe, just maybe, I can finally stop giving you grief about it. So, you know, consider that, sir. It's going to be a scope and an alloy bipod, along with the Gauss machine gun and Aegis armor for Joss. That's got him sorted. Going to need a scout and an assault trooper. For the scout, absolutely no doubt in my mind that scout is going to be Jaden Smith. Jaden's going to be rolling in some Titan armor, and he's also going to be rolling with an alloy cannon, the physical embodiment of the sun god Ra, ready to deliver a fantastic beatdown to our foes. We're going to give him a Chem grenade, and rather than... I mean, this is Exalt, so we have no opportunities for capture. Most of these guys are going to be capture-proof. And we're going to give Jaden high-capacity mags. Because of his in-the-zone ability, it's not out of the question that Jaden can empty his weapon in a single move, so... we're going to give him as many bullets as possible. Going to need an assault trooper to go along with Jaden, and honestly I feel that probably Matt today, not today, Lauer rather, is the right man for that job. So it's going to be Titan armor for Lauer. Lauer's going to get an alloy cannon. Now, we are going to give him some shredder ammo, and we're going to give him the walker servos, since we don't need to take our assault, or rather our arc thrower on an Exalt mission. It's going to be a little bit of walker servos so he can take advantage of the boost in speed. We also need a medic and somebody to make some shit go boom. So in the medic department, no question at all, this is going to be Justin the Scarecrow Bieber. Stick arms and spaghetti and meatball, legs and knees aside, Justin actually has been a pretty good little trooper for us. So it's Aegis armor for the Biebs. And we're going to let him take out a big boy gun this time. Justin's going to take a Gauss rifle into battle. We're going to give him the big boy gun. And then for our final human trooper, it's going to be Kesha Siebert. Because honestly, there's no one I would rather have when it comes time to... Oh, you know what? I rescind that. I'm sorry, Kesha. I can't give you the call on this one. We're going with Kim Junkyard Kardashian because she can throw grenades further than you can. And on this mission, nobody going to mind control her. So it's going to be Aegis armor, a Gauss carbine for Kim Kardashian, and then a horde of grenades complete her kit with Bombard, Packmaster, and Ranger. Kim Key is going to do some fine work for us. Now that does just leave us 2 units left, and much as I'd like to take Tay-Tay, I'm not going to do it. That's right, you heard me. I'm taking Aubrey Drake Graham. Why? Because he's going to be wearing our alternate suit, and this is going to be a fantastic chance for him to deliver some very close quarters flamethrower action for us. It's going to be an alloy belt and Illyrium turbos, actually, and look at that foot speed on Drake. This is going to let Drake run right up next to the enemy and just shoot 2 of them in the head. He can just run up and dash shot. With that speed, this is going to be a fine build for him. So that's Drake ready, and then for our last man, the new Alpha Dog is Justin Alpha Dog Timberlake. We will be taking Alpha. He's going to run our Mech 2 unit. We're going to give him a railgun, proximity mine launcher, standard grenade launcher, alloy belt, and weapon gyros will complete the kit for the Alpha Dog Timberlake. So there they are, folks. Take a look, a good long look, because it might be the last you see of some of these guys. But damn it, we are going to get this Exalt base raided if it takes every last drop of blood, sweat, tears, spit, shit, and other fluids in every single one of these 10 humans. I will sacrifice every goddamn one of them if that's what it takes to eliminate Exalt. This is bone for the grist mill. We're just chopping them up and getting ready to huck them in and watch them get ground down to itty-bitty nubs. I want these bastards dead. Dead. So here we go.
We're en route to Exalt's headquarters.
In Brasilia, Brazil.
Top floor of an office complex downtown.
Well, that's delightful.
We have no intel on the number of operatives stationed in that facility.
No intel. I'm going to guess between 7,000 and 9,000, Bradford, because this is Exalt. Every single tile in that fucking building is going to have 3 Exalt troopers stacked up on it like Chinese acrobats from Cirque du Soleil. It's It's going to be one dude on another dude's shoulders with another dude on his shoulders, and they're all going to have guns and grenades and be walking around.
This operation is simple. Eliminate any
Don't
Exalt
die.
forces
That's our
within the building
objective.
and
Don't
wipe out this
die.
threat once and for all. Good luck, Strike One.
Alright, so got a little landing zone here. Tempted to take the first... Yeah, you know what? We're going to play this very, very conservative. Jaden Smith is not going to take our first move. Where is Joss Whedon? Our base of fire gunner, first thing we're going to do is get him in position to establish a base of fire. Assuming I can find him. So, Whedon, why don't you just go right there? Alright. Let's get that taken care of. So, Rihanna, you're next. Why don't you go, say, here?
On the move.
I want you on Overwatch,
Moving
Rihanna.
to Overwatch.
Our main goal is just to make sure everybody can find some sort of cover.
Aye, aye,
Paris
Commander.
Hilton? Paris Hilton could see something. What could she see? Where was that? There's a sectoid over there. Okay, so Paris Hilton's going to readjust. We have enemies outside, and those are straight up aliens. I'm not sure what the hell is up with that, but this is a chance for Kimmy to maybe do some... It's one sectoid commander by himself? What the hell is that all about? Okay, well, I was going to have Kim throw a grenade at it, but it's one guy. We'll just go ahead and have her take a shot. 9 damage and a hollow targeting. And seriously, I'm
on the move.
a little confused. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to take this guy. So, rapid fire then for the Lowen. And I was not expecting there to be regular garden variety aliens on this map. I had assumed that it would be exclusively Exalt, but clearly I was sadly mistaken.
Position confirmed.
So we're still not going to do anything too terribly crazy. I'm going to play this one very slow, folks. I mean, when I say very slow, I mean completely and hugely dull. Don't be surprised if this is more than 2 episodes. So we're going to take advantage of all the cover we can get. Man, Drake is greasy fast. Seriously, he's like fucking owl shit greasy fast.
Affirmative, Commander.
We're going to put Drake in, and assuming we don't trigger any enemies here, we will prepare to start advancing maybe inside. And we're going to send the Alpha Dog right next to old Marauder Drake, and we'll put him on Overwatch, and that should end the turn. Oh, no, we still got Jaden Smith. Let's bring Jaden up here. Jaden can go on Overwatch. Alright, so let's see what we got. Now, we hear doors kicking, so we've got plenty of motion. Like I said, I expect there to be 5 million Exalt troopers in here. Apparently Bradford has competition. There's a female Exalt equivalent of Bradford. He's going to be jealous. I have a feeling. I mean, some mutons as well? Okay. So, I gotta say, I was not expecting there to be mutons. That's strange. So let's advance here with Joss Whedon and see if we can get eyes on anything. No. Alright, Joss, you hunker down. So we're going to set up for a door kick then. Honestly, Bieber, I don't really feel comfortable having you close. You have got our med kit, so you're kind of important, Biebs. Gonna double move with Lohan. This is a little risky, actually. Alright, so it's still clear. And I'm sort of currently regretting bringing Rihanna. I got a feeling that this map is not going to be too terribly friendly to her current build. So we're going to bring Drake over here and get him ready to crash through that door. And we're going to do the same thing with Bieber on the, or not Bieber rather, but Alpha Dog Timberlake on the other side. We still have nothing, huh? So Overwatch now. Jaden Smith is going to be ready to storm in at a moment's notice, deliver a fantastic array of death with his in the zone ability. So Lauer's going to adjust. We're actually going to leave Rihanna sort of back in the back. Beebs, I want you right here, buddy. And then that should just leave us Paris Hilton. Yeah, so Paris Hilton's going to get ready to enter into the door as well. We're going to put her on Overwatch.
Affirmative. Now. Moving to Overwatch.
We're going to Overwatch where appropriate. Offer Void in Utah. And let's see if Exalt has the balls to show themselves.
What was that sound?
There's guys on the roof, I think. Possibly guys on the roof. Alright, so we got to decide here whether we want to go right or left, and it seems like left has more bad guys. So there's at least 6 pods, 7 pods. I'm just counting the radio signs as they go. So there's at least 7 pods of Exalt, and then also some Mutons as well. I really don't want you taking the first move. Where's Joss Whedon? Once again, our base of fire gunner is going to go in and establish a base of fire. I think I like Whedon there.
On the move.
This will give him... Okay, so we have finally enemies action. We've got some enemies spotted. Alright. 1 guy, huh? I gotta say, I was expecting more than 1 guy.
Position confirmed.
I think Lindsay Lohan might be able to end this fight. Seriously, it's 1 guy? Why is it 1 guy? Lindsay doesn't necessarily have a great chance to hit there. Whedon can't shoot at all. Timberlake could potentially... let's keep him for more of a backup position. Jaden Smith, not quite as quick as I would like. Do we have anyone who can come back up, Lindsay? Matt Lauer, you could get there, right? He would have to run and gun. You know what? Actually, I think that's probably worth it. So we are going to actually run and gun with Lauer. We're going to dash him to here.
Dodger, dodger.
It's still just a 1 guy. But Lauer now has him flanked, so we're going to give Lauer the kill. Or at least we're going to take the shot with Lauer. 8 damage and a shred. That means Lindsay is almost certain to finish that guy off. We'll go ahead and have Lindsay... You know what? Let's take just a single shot, and then we can put Lindsay on Overwatch. Or Lindsay could miss. I'm not sure. Okay. Gotta say, I was not expecting a miss there. I guess Justin Timberlake will have to finish things up for us. So Timberlake should have a fairly reasonable shot. Why is this guy so impossible to hit? You know what? We're just going to guarantee that somebody gets him. Say goodbye to your cover, sir.
On target position.
So we're going to put that guy out in the open. And then we'll have Jaden Smith actually come up behind him. And he should be able to get the kill here. Alright, so there's Jaden Smith. Doing what Jaden Smith do. Which is kill bitches. And then Jaden Smith's going to go on Overwatch. Whedon, why don't you hunker down? Beebs, head to that full cover and you can go on Overwatch for us, buddy.
I feel, Commander.
Paris Hilton, why don't you take a step next into... I'm very, very concerned about being in such tight quarters. If one Exalt guy with a rocket comes in, they could theoretically kill every single person we have on the map.
I feel, Commander.
And I just to be clear, perfectly clear, I'm against that happening. I'm not a proponent of please kill my whole team with a single shot. That would be bad.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Rihanna, just stand there. I mean, there's nothing you're offering. You're not bringing anything to the table at the moment. Just go on Overwatch and see if maybe an Exalt Trooper pokes his head out so you can take a bad shot at him. I'm beginning to regret bringing Rihanna. I really am. So far, we've had 2 pods. One that consisted of a sectoid and one that consisted of a lone Exalt Trooper. And I have to admit my absolute and thorough confusion by the lack of resistance so far.
Rock and roll.
Lindsay, I want you on Overwatch.
Got my eyes on.
Drake, I want you to just readjust very slightly, actually. And I want you on Overwatch. We're going to take a turn to sort of rearm and reload. Gonna have Rihanna open that door. She's going to move. She's going to go on Overwatch. I just want to make sure everyone is fully loaded and ready before we advance. When I come around this corner, I am completely and totally expecting to find like 45 guys.
Ready to engage.
So I want to make sure that everybody is fully ready to engage.
Heading to that location.
Joss Whedon can just move and hunker down. Bieber, you're good where you're at, buddy. Those Paris Hilton. Kim Kardashian, you can reload. And we'll give Exalt another turn to see if maybe one of them gets brave enough to poke their head around a corner.
Hostile
What was
forces
that?
have breached the facility.
Apparently not.
Repeat. Hostile forces have breached
Alright, so
the
we've got
facility.
definitely guys moving in that general area. And I hear guys over here now. Probably the worst thing we could let happen is to get pincher maneuvered and hit from 2 sides at once. So we will be moving forward this turn. Why is there a Berserker in here with Exalt? That makes no sense
I
at all.
think I heard something.
We have encountered Exalt once on a large transport map, but I don't understand why they would be here. Alright, so we're going to give Matt Lauer... Oh, this is... Go take a peek,
Aye, aye,
Lauer.
Commander. Go hot. Go hot.
Alright, so we did find a pod. Do any of those guys have rockets? I don't think so, actually. Alright, so Matt Lauer is actually going to get to shoot at this guy twice. That's going to work out nicely for us. So, 1 shot and a hit. And 2 shots, probably also a hit.
X-ray
18
neutralized.
damage critical. Man, Lauer is really juiced up. He's excited. He's amped up. Looking for some kills. We do want to try and get Joss Whedon into a firing position, but let's move
Aye,
Joss
aye,
to this full
Commander.
cover, and then we're going to have him hunkered down. Apparently a desk chair constitutes full cover for Joss Whedon. What do we want to do? Alright, so let's get Drake over here. It's time to get Drake ready
Position confirmed.
and in the zone ready for some action here. I got to imagine we're going to have some guys running around this corner, and I do want to have close quarters combat and Overwatch available as frequently as possible.
On the move.
I actually want Lindsay all day Lohan in this as well. She's got Overwatch and good Overwatch abilities, so we're going to bring her in. Alpha Dog Timberlake. Not exactly sure what I want to do with you, buddy.
I'm on the move.
It's the exact same thing the casting director said when you auditioned for Friends with Benefits.
Eyes
He's
peeled,
like, no,
Commander.
Justin Timberlake. I mean, yeah, people like him all, but I just don't see him as
into position.
boning Mila Kunis. He just doesn't seem like that would be something he would do.
Overwatch. Aye,
Anyway,
aye.
a little bit of Overwatch. Beebs, why don't you come up here? You're going to deliver some Overwatch for us as well. Really want to get Kim Kardashian in a more forward position also. So let's see what we can do with Paris Hilton. Can we get her any kind of decent cover? Not really. Let's just move
I'm on
Paris
it,
to here
Commander.
then. We'll have her go on Overwatch.
I'm on it.
We're going to have Kim K dash. And we're actually going to put Kim K in a little bit of a more vulnerable
On
position,
the
simply
move.
because I really want her grenades to be able to... I really wanted to bring them to bear.
Okay.
And then Rihanna's going to advance here and just drop into Overwatch. I'm fully expecting... Okay, so we've got... Yeah, alright, we're going to get double teamed here. We've got guys coming at us from 2 sides. This is not good.
Eyes on target.
And I was expecting... So, we got a bunch of snipers. They're falling back, it looks like. No. Alright, so we've got a lot of Exalt active. Like, 15 Exalt active. Gonna get some Overwatch here from Lohan. Lohan connects. I don't see any of them actually making advances to try and come sort of dig us out of our little fortified position here, which I'm okay with. And are any of them? None of them are on Overwatch. And so we're going to bring Kim Kardashian here, and we're going to test out precisely how good this bombard ability actually is. How far can she throw one? Oh, good God, she can throw one 1 mile and 25 clicks. That's a long grenade throw, folks. Look at the arm. Alright, so that's actually got us set up to do some serious damage in that neck of the woods. We may revisit Lindsay Lohan in a moment. Hilton? Paris Hilton can get the full cover. Somebody over here is going to die. Alright, so we've got 99% with double shots. That should generate a kill. We're going to take it. No messing around. That's a dead Exalt Trooper.
He's dead.
Damn Skippy, he's dead. And also, nice work, Paris Hilton. Alright, so it wouldn't hurt to get Rihanna over there, but she's not going to be able to get a shot this turn. Joss Whedon has a shot. He cannot move and fire, so we're just going to take Joss's shot.
I'm impressed.
And
They
I
even managed
did
to
tell me you did
replicate
not
our
just
hollow
destroy...
globe. They
Okay.
seem to
I was going to be
acquire
very
a
upset
vast
if he had
array of
destroyed...
technology on par with our own.
I was going to be very upset if he had... And also, thanks for interrupting me like 4 times there, Dr. Shen. Quite lovely of you. But I was going to be really pissed off if he had destroyed our engineer's cover. For some reason, I can't remember who that engineer is. Pretty sure it's Kim Kardashian, but for whatever reason, it's just completely escaping me. We're going to hold off on him for a moment. Jaden Smith? Not necessarily. Matt Lauer? Maybe. Lauer could actually get out here into some cover. It's intriguing. Drake is greasy fast, but not quite fast enough to really get some high-quality shots. I still feel it'll be useful to get Drake out in the open. Also, if anybody has to take some hits, Drake is definitely the right man for the job. He's got the most armor of any of our troopers. Only has 1 shot, huh? Kill shot? Yeah, it's only 1 shot, but it's a dead man! Nicely done, Drake. So Drake with the unlikely kill there. So Timberlake, what can you do if we bring you around the corner? None of these guys have rockets, do they? That's the only thing that's... No, we've got operatives and snipers. All right, so there are no rockets at play.
Moving to position.
And I'm pretty sure they, unlike Rihanna, cannot throw a grenade 860 miles. So we're just going to take the flank shot. I'm going to take the kill. I'm comfortable with leaving the support guy who is an elite trooper. I'm comfortable with if I have to leave one guy alive, I would prefer that it be him. What kind of shot you got, Lauer? Terrible one. How about you, Lohan? What do you got? Something better, right? 66. Alright, so we're going to take a 66, see if we can get the kill. Nope. Now, Lohan could take that again, but I only need one hit here, so I'm going to double up and go for the rapid fire. There we go. So that's a kill for the Lowen. He racks up another one. Half cover is as good as full cover for Rihanna, so we're just going to dash her in. We're going to have Jaden Smith actually back up Lindsay Lohan over here and be prepared to sort of spring around the corner. We're just going to reload with Lauer. He's got close quarters combat anyway. If anybody comes around that corner, he's still going to be able to deal with them. And it's Overwatch for the beams. And so we've got a whole new pod coming in. What have we got? Again, looks like mostly snipers. Almost entirely snipers. Oh, and Jaden Smith is in a fantastic chance here to do some very, very good work for us with his in his own ability. That son of a bitch has got to die. So I guess that was our Muton. There was apparently one Muton Elite lurking about for whatever reason. And, yeah, Jaden Smith could really, really put a hurting on these guys. He may need a little help from Kim Kardashian to do it, just to eliminate their cover, and I think Kim can get it done from where she's at. Her grenades go so far. This is so amazing. Seriously, Bombard it's just fantastic ability, folks. It really is quite good. I don't necessarily want to blow that wall down. Can we bring that back just a titch there? That should eliminate all the cover. So Kimmy, wheeling and dealing with another grenade. And that should give Jaden Smith pretty much devastating access to those guys. Also, even Bieber has a flank shot. We're going to readjust, though, with beams. And we may not take his shot just quite yet. Alright, Jaden. Where you at? Where's Jaden Smith? Jaden Smith has none of them flanked? Why? Seriously, his in the zone ability should be completely ready to trigger. Well, that's not what I had hoped for. Alright, let's see what Paris Hilton's got a shot at. She has one bad shot at it. Yeah, it's not great. Rihanna, what can you do? What a disabling shot. Nope. So Rihanna has terrible shots. If we're going to take a terrible shot, let's take one at the more dangerous enemy, I guess. Miss, but not surprising. Rihanna can double tap. I guess we can repeat that same terrible shot, because Rihanna likes to waste ammo. Again, no surprise. So Rihanna not exactly tearing things up for us. Alright, Alpha Dog. How do we want to deal with this? I think our best bet is to have you try... Is this cover destructible? Alright, I'm pretty sure that's going to be not destroyable. We destroyed that guy's cover. Now, the interesting thing is Drake actually could just walk up behind this guy and shoot him twice. Would be a flank shot. Both times. It's a little risky, but I'm going to do it. This is actually just a blue move, so if we need to, we can have him run back. And that's double tap 97% with a 60% crit. This could get the kill. 17 damage from Drake. That's just blistering, folks. And this is going to finish that son of a bitch off. So Muton Elite swiftly put in his place with authority, folks, with authority. And that actually gives us an opportunity to do something excellent here with the Timberlake. We're going to bring him up, and we're going to destroy this guy's cover. He's hiding behind an end table, or what appears to be a coffee table. Let's just say at the end of the turn, he's not going to be hiding behind a coffee table any longer. And that should give Paris Hilton a fantastic shot at him. Yeah, 279s, we're going to take those. This could be a kill. 12 and a shred. That guy, if it hits, is dead. 19 damage. So Paris Hilton putting out 31 damage in a single turn. Fantastic performance there. Alright, so Lindsay Lohan cannot miss that guy. And probably can't miss that guy. She only has 2 shots in her weapon, though. So let's make them our 2 best shots. Let's make them both count. We're gonna take this shot to start. Alright, that's a critical. Fantastic. And a 91%. A critical here would also be a kill. Lindsay, back-to-back criticals. Fantastic work, Lindsay. Fantastic. So that leaves us Joss Whedon, Matt Lauer. If we're willing to expose Lauer to a little bit of danger, he could walk in and shoot at, do a little bit of double tap action there. I'm not necessarily certain that's our best strategy, though. I don't like the fact that Jaden Smith would be flanked there. What can Justin Bieber see from where he's at? Okay, he can see both of those units. Now, our choices here would be to drop smoke. But that could get us grenaded. And that elite sniper is going to be very dangerous, even if we get a grenade on him. I'm thinking, actually, let's see what Bieber's chances are like with a mind fray. Oh, not good. Actually, Bieber is unlikely to mind fray either of those. Very, very unlikely, actually. This is a tough decision. All right, so we're gonna adjust with Joss Whedon, and he's gonna hunker down. Bieber not necessarily in a fantastic position. All right, we're gonna go for the plug. Here's how we're gonna handle this. We're gonna Matt Lauer is gonna run and gun. But we're gonna do this in a pretty unusual fashion here. I'm thinking we put Matt Lauer right there and try and force those units to move. Oh, shit. Oh, Christ, there's a heavy down there. Oh, that's very, very bad. If that guy slings a rocket at us, we're in deep, deep shit.
Whoa!
So this is not good. There was an entire other pod down there that we did not see. That's very, very bad. So we're going to take this shot. It's all we got. 7 shot and 7 damage and a shred. Bieber, can you finish that guy off, maybe? Not a chance. We're going to have Bieber suppressed, then. It's really our best bet on this elite. We're just going to go for the suppression. And we've got to get Jaden Smith the hell out of Dodge, because, like I said, 1 rocket from that position could really, really ruin our day. So that unit is the suppressed unit. If we get a hit there, it's a kill. We're going to go for the coin flip. We're going to try and get the kill. Not even Jaden Smith can win them all. Alright, so let's see how this goes. This turn could come out very, very badly for us. That's fucking terrible. A single rocket and Justin Bieber is completely out of commission. We have no way to patch him up. That may be all she wrote for the Biebs, folks. Actually, Jaden Smith is looking like he's in a terrible position as well. Jaden got a little bit lucky. He's going to have to get considerably luckier, though. God, I hate Rocketeers. They're such bullshit. 1 Rocketeer just flat out murdered a man. I mean, he just dead up killed him. And the other thing that pisses me off about Exalt rockets, they fucking never seem to scatter. They never scatter. So Jaden Smith badly hurt, and there's nothing we can do about it at all. Justin Bieber is, we're just going to have to watch the Biebs die. So Rihanna, she has 2 shots, neither one of them particularly good. We're just going to take whichever one we can get. On the plus side, the Rocketeer is no longer a threat because he has fired his goddamn rocket, so at least we don't have to worry about that bullshit again. And like I said, folks, I will sacrifice every single drop of our troopers' blood if that's what it takes to get the job done. I will kill them to a man to end this mission. That guy's on Overwatch, which is unacceptable, frankly. How does Joss Whedon not have a shot? I really would like to know. That is not cover. Also, that Rocketeer has destroyed every single piece of cover that's available anywhere. Suddenly we're in a very bad position, folks. We got to get rid of that Overwatch. Jaden Smith is going to have to move. We've got to get rid of the Overwatch. It has to be... We have to draw it out, and I don't trust anyone but Jaden Smith at this point to get that done. The problem is there's nowhere for Jaden to go.
On the move.
So here comes a bunch of Overwatch fire. And if Jaden gets unlucky on Overwatch, Jaden's going down. And that would be just a crushing loss to the XCOM project if we were to... If Jaden Smith were to drop, that would be a tragedy. Just an absolute tragedy. So Jaden can't miss, so that's a kill shot then for the Pharaoh. We're going to take it.
See you in hell.
That man is dead. All the Overwatch has been expelled, so we have an opportunity then to do some fine work with Matt Lauer here. We're going to bring Lauer around, and he's going to finish that guy off. So double hits, this should be a kill. Alright, didn't even need a second shot.
Hostiles pacified.
We got to watch the Bieber bleed to death. I hate to do it, but it's got to be done.
Roger.
It's going to be Overwatch then. Now we have one Exalt Trooper down in that neck of the woods. Got 2 down there. Wouldn't mind getting Paris Hilton. You know what? We're going to move Paris Hilton to there. Just so she can try and contribute something on the next half of next turn. Also, give her a chance to teabag Bieber for the many, many discourteous things that Bieber has said about there over the course of his career. Really want to get somebody down on that floor. You know what? He's got the servos. We're going to kick him on. So we're activating the jet books here, folks.
Jumping.
There we go. Is that a dash or is that a single move? I can't tell. It's got to be a single move. Alright, so we're going to take old Justin Timberlake down to the floor here with his jet boots active. And, surprise, surprise, an Overwatch 9 damage. Jesus Christ. Man, these Exalt guys, I'm telling you. Oh, shit. There's a whole pod. Okay, sure, yeah. That's not at all bullshit. Not even a little.
Damage detected.
I'm not sure what did damage there either. Alright, so we've got to try and maximize our damage output, and I feel the best way to do that is going to be with probably a grenade. It's also going to eliminate any cover, so we're gonna launch this. There's a whole armada of bastards down here. But that's okay, because we do still have Kim Kardashian available to play, I believe. Kimmy, are you available? You want to come out and play, Kimmy?
That's affirmative.
Kimmy wants to play. You know she does. Here comes Kim Kardashian. And she's going to finish... Is that going to hit Lindsay Lohan? It's not. But it is going to destroy her cover, but that's okay, because Lindsay's going to have to move anyhow.
Incoming!
So Kim Kardashian easily bucking for MVP of this mission, especially with fucking shots like that. That was brilliant. Does Joss Whedon have a shot now? She even opened up a shot for the Whedonizer. 100% can't miss shot here for Joss. He's going to take it, and he should have a double tap available. He does. So that's going to finish off this guy. Alright, so Whedon delivered. Now we've got one guy with 2 health. Has Lindsay Lohan taken an action yet? I really need to know. Okay, Lindsay Lohan only has 1 action remaining. We're going to come to Lindsay last then. So much like he did last time then, we're just going to have Drake drop down in a flanking position and obliterate this punk. Yeah, Drake's going to be able to... He may only need 1 shot for this chippy. Yep, 1 was enough, actually. So Drake getting it done. In every category, Drake is just getting it. He's getting it done. Ah, woe is Justin Bieber. I still feel sorry for the little guy because there's nothing we can do but watch him bleed to death. It's all we can do. Lindsay Lohan's going to move for full cover. We got to just sit here and watch Lindsay die, or watch Justin Bieber die. Now, granted, if we were playing in true Bieber fashion, what we would be doing is calling him a fucking asshole and a wuss and a piece of shit the entire time he's down there bleeding out. We'd be making fun of him the whole way. But, well, we're better men than Bieber, so we're not going to do that. Now, I got to assume that at least one of those guys is going to be on Overwatch down there. So, Jaden Smith is going to be taking the first move. Honestly, Jaden Smith's probably just going to go down here and stand in the open. As long as that's not a dash. That actually might be a dash. Is that a dash? I can't tell. Are you a dash? You are not. Alright, so we're going to have Jaden run down to the base of the stairs. This is strictly to pull out the Overwatch. We know there's a heavy and an operative, at least 1 down there, both on Overwatch. And again, if we lose Jaden Smith... Oh, come on, miss. We got very, very lucky there, folks, because that shot actually, I believe, was a hit, and it clipped through terrain, which is the only reason Jaden Smith stayed up. Jaden, buddy, you gotta stop taunting them. Their whole team is on Overwatch. The taunting is not doing you any kind of favor, man. Alright, so Matt Lauer can end that guy's life. Maybe. This is exceedingly risky. We need to see who else we can get up into the neighborhood to help contribute in a support capacity before we commit. Like, can we get Kim Kardashian at least in the neighborhood? Theoretically, Kim Kardashian could contribute. This is going to leave Kim in the open. That was Joss Whedon. God damn it. Alright then, Joss, why don't you go hold Bieber's hand while he bleeds out? That's really the best you're going to be able to do. Where is Kim Kardashian? Alright, Kim Kardashian is way too far away to help. Unless Bombard goes much, much further than I expect it does. And, you know, I'm absolutely going to try. Good God, she can throw those grenades 100 miles. So, yeah, this actually... If it can destroy that cover, this is going to do some fantastic work for us. This could be what we need in order to get... So Jaden Smith can easily get 2 kills. He has 2 units that are not in cover that he could easily finish. Rihanna has nothing to offer. Nothing.
I'm rolling.
She's just cowering, concerned that Chris Brown may be somewhere nearby, and she's worried about it. So let's get the Timby up here. We're going to have to get a little bit more out of Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake has a flank shot. That's too good to pass up. We've got to take it. 10 damage. That actually could be the difference here, folks.
Draining ammo fast.
So Jaden Smith has almost 2 guaranteed kills. The problem is that unit right there. I'm not sure what we can do about that unit once we've gotten the... Oh, actually, you know what? I know exactly what we can do about that unit. Now you're saying to yourself, Drake only has... he's out of ammo. Drake is. And he is out of ammo. You're absolutely right. But you know what Drake's gonna do? Drake ain't out of fucking flamethrower. Drake is not out of flamethrower. And we can hit both of those units. So prepare to burn, Exalt.
I'm losing control of the situation!
Alright, so we have 2 Exalt troopers hit, 2 panicked.
I can't take much more of this!
And it's all up to Matt Lauer at this point. Alright, so Jaden Smith, take your kill shot. And activate in the zone, son.
No longer a threat.
Jaden Smith is in the zone. He's going again. He's going for the plush banana, folks. 2 kills.
Gone.
Can he keep going? Will his ammo hold out? Jaden Smith putting on a clinic of destruction, folks. A clinic of destruction. So this is going to be Matt Lauer finishing off that Rocketeer. This one's for Justin Bieber, you motherfucker.
I'm about to start keeping score.
Damn Skippy, and well, you should keep score, sir. Well, you should. That one was for the Biebs.
I'm about to
That
start
one was
keeping
for
score.
Horseface. Sarah Jessica Parker. I know she's been dead for 100 years, but that one was for Sarah. And this one? This one's for Anne Hathaway.
He's down.
That's it?
Our local
That's it. I'm absolutely flabbergasted,
Minor
folks.
electrical
I can't
fire
believe
was
that's
reported
the
near
last
upper
of it.
floors a large office building downtown. Sources indicate that
Oh, wow. I was expecting much stiffer resistance. Honestly, I was.
There have been no reported
Still, when I say much stiffer resistance, Justin Bieber paid the ultimate price, folks. His sacrifice will live in history. The last time we ever have to fucking fight Exalt. Justin Bieber gave his life so that our saltiness could be relieved forever.
Primary facility in plain sight.
Operation Bloody Smoke. Truly, we will have fewer smoke grenades in the future because Justin Bieber is bloodied. And bowed, bent, and alas, broken. The noble Bieber, our young baby, laid to rest. Ah, poor Justin. May flights of devils stab you in the ass with a pitchfork on your way to hell. Still, his sacrifice, easily the most noble act of young Justin Bieber's life. So let's take a look at our loot. Justin, oh my god, Justin Bieber lived. We finished it before he had a chance to bleed out. I can't believe it. Justin Bieber lived. Much like real life Justin Bieber, folks. He fucking won't go away. He won't go away. He can't be scrubbed out. He's ingrained in the collective consciousness. There is no way to eradicate Bieber. He is eternal. I can't believe Justin Bieber lived. I had already written him off as dead. I thought he bled out 1 turn ago. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Not only did he survive, but Justin Bieber promoted to Master Sergeant. Achieving maximum rank also is Justin Bieber. Absolutely unbelievable, folks. Absolutely unbelievable. Wow. Savior's real good. Real good. Packmaster, though, is also interesting. Sentinel is actually quite good as well. You know what? Fuck it. Justin Bieber, proving himself a savior, he saved himself. Justin Bieber with a self-resurrection. The man cannot be killed. He's like a meme, folks. An idea is bulletproof. Justin Bieber is the idea. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, we got some gubbins, which are just worth a whole bunch of money, actually. We'll probably go take care of that. The recovered art, the artifacts, and the technology, I don't believe have any kind of research value.
Commander,
We will go take a look at that, though, before we wrap things
the
up.
remaining forces in hiding.
Damn,
We
Skippy
shouldn't
gets
have
destroyed.
Any further need for our covert operations section. I think it's time we refocused our efforts on the aliens themselves.
I tend to agree, and I am so fucking happy that I never, ever, ever, ever have to do another fucking Exalt mission. That is the high on which I will surf for the remainder of the week. Alright, so let's take a look at this stuff that's worthless, assuming we can find it. So recovered art is worth 50. There's 200. Exalt artifacts worth a fortune, 100 apiece. And Exalt technology. So we got an extra 900 cash out of that. That's quite a haul, folks. I mean, that's some swag right there. Alright, so we will best decide how to use said swag on our next mission. And with the unbelievable good luck of Justin Bieber, which seriously is really the only thing that explains both his life and career. But we're going to go ahead and end things. If you enjoyed the episode, and Christ, that was pretty amazing with the Bieber. I'm not sure how that can't have astounded you. But if you did enjoy it, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support does really mean a lot to us. And of course, if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, consider subscribing as well. We'll see you again soon, Justin Bieber included.